This is Black America. Yes, we have nothing to do with what Donald Trump is doing. I just want to say to you, my brothers.
What? Black people, we don't have to be a part of this shit. I'm telling y'all.
Hey guys, welcome back again to the channel. Thank you guys for always coming by to watch my videos. If this is your first time here, my name is Julie. You are welcome to Julie Has to React. Please do not make it your last by subscribing so I come across videos and I'm there to share. So Black Americans are reacting after they received the urgent message from Iran that African Americans are safe. They made it clear that these guys have been through a lot. So whenever it comes to the United States fighting with Iran and every other country, that they should count Black Americans out of it. And it's even more concerning after it's been revealed that the orange man loses over $890 million per day because he's still fighting with Iran. And I was like, are these figures not ridiculous? Black folks, we are seeing urging people that voted for this administration that it's right time they be on the front line. As always, I was able to put together videos how people we are seeing reacting, and I can't wait to share. But before then, remember, we do not support any form of bullying or harassment. This content is for educational purposes and, of course, creating awareness on the recent trends happening on social medias. Please watch these videos and leave me your thoughts in the comments.
Y'all do realize how real this situation with Iran and Israel is right now. Let me give y'all a fact about the man that they just eliminated in Iran. Back in '94 when he had all them hostages and he let the 13 black people go, he gave a message and he said, you know why I released them? Because they already been oppressed in their own land and don't even know it. Ain't nowhere in the world I could go to war and I could go fight for this fucking racist ass country that ain't never did nothing great for my people. Fuck them. If they want to start all these wars, let them send their kids and their grandkids over there to fight. But if you look like me, it ain't no way that I'll be serving right now. They could give me a dishonorable discharge. I wouldn't give a fuck. Let that white man go fight his own battle. Bring your ass back over here so we can fight a battle right here at home. So when it come to us, for once in our life, we can stand up and we ain't got to keep putting up with these motherfuckers that's been colonizing us for the last 400 years. And everything that they done done, their ass is getting ready to get exposed. But guess what? Black people, we don't have to be a part of that shit. I'm telling y'all, they need us. Let them send their children frontline and go over there and fucking with them people. Do y'all notice how we got bases in everybody else's country, but don't nobody got a base in ours? And fuck America, fuck they power structure. All this shit is dirty from the motherfuckers from the top all the way trickling down to the bottom, man. You got so many people being exposed to them Epstein files right now. I could never go to war for a president like what we got.
$890 million per day. Think about that. That's how much Trump is costing us in a war with Iran. $890 million per day. What do you think our country could do with that money in just 30 days? Social Security secured for every generation for life. Universal health care for everyone. A livable wage for teachers and nurses so they wouldn't have to pay out of their own pocket for supplies while billionaire fat cats profit. The only war that we should be in today is a war on greed, a war on poverty. Because once that war starts and we take back from the billionaires and the corrupt politicians everything they took from all of us, only then will we truly be America first. The y'all MAGA people want to keep on making justifications for this immoral, corrupt pedo POTUS because you're too prideful. You're too consumed with hubris. You can't simply say you were wrong. And I will repeat, as I always have, even though y'all hate me, denouncing Donald Trump and this administration does not magically turn you into a mythical lib. You can remain Republican and conservative and we can still disagree about shit. And we will. But the MAGA movement is and always was a foreign-funded psyop to get you to not only want to harm me, but harm yourselves. Remember when that flag stood for freedom? All you gotta do is reach out and admit it.
I am one of those people that believe Iran cannot win a war against the United States. Walk with me while I explain why. Number one, under a Trump administration, Iran cannot win a war against us because Donald Trump is willing to use those nuclear weapons. Whether you like it or not, no matter how you slice it, no matter how you put it, whether you think it's fair or not, Trump is willing to use those nuclear weapons. And personally, Trump strikes me as the type of person who is willing to use them just to say that he was able to, just to say that he did it for bragging rights and no other reason. Now, I can concede that the United States lost the Iraq, the Afghanistan, and the Vietnam War. But I think it's important to keep in mind that the United States put boots in the ground in someone else's land. And those people in that land understood the geography, they understood the natural landscape, they understood the natural resources, and they understood their own culture. And the people in those lands used their land against the United States because the United States was not fully prepared to go invade somebody else's land because they didn't understand the geography and they didn't understand the people. So unless the United States decides to put boots on the ground in Iran, I don't see how Iran can successfully win a war against us. Now, implicating the global economy and crashing the stock market may harm us, right? And it may do some damage. But when we're talking military against military, Iran cannot win that fight. Also, I'm not a military expert, never been in the military, don't know nothing about the military. So if you are a military expert and you would like to leave some commentary, please leave it in the comments because I would love to read.
America fired a $4 million missile to shoot down a $20,000 drone. That interceptor missile that America fired is going to take years to replace. Iran has thousands more drones and they can make 500 per day. You do the math. Because this is the most important number in this entire war that no one is talking about. Iran's Shahid drone cost from $20,000 to $35,000 to build. It's a one-way suicide drone built off the back of a truck with off-the-shelf parts. Literally a flying bomb. It's simple, it's cheap, and it's replaceable. The missile America shoots to fire it down is called the Patriot PAC-3 Interceptor, and it costs $4 million. Every single one costs $4 million. So if you do the math, that is a 114 to 1 cost disadvantage to the U.S. And I don't think y'all are understanding because the U.S. is already going to lose this war. Those Interceptor Patriot PAC-3 interceptor missiles, yeah, U.S. can make 600 per year. Thousands have already been fired. And analysts are saying that Qatar's Patriot supply can run dry in days. And the U.S. is stonewalling Gulf states asking to restock, but there are not enough to go around. One defense analyst put it quite perfectly, saying that it's like using Ferraris to intercept e-bikes. And Iran has warehouses of e-bikes and can continue to make 500 e-bikes a day. And let's be very real, Iran doesn't even need to win a single airstrike to win this war. All they need is control over the global economy, and baby, they've already done that. The Strait of Hormuz is a narrow waterway, 21 miles wide, and roughly 20% of the world's oil supply runs through there every single day. Not just Middle Eastern oil, baby, the world's oil. Let me help you understand. 1 in 5 barrels of the world's oil on this planet move through the Strait of Hormuz. And no alternate routes exist for Gulf energy exports. And Iran didn't even have to block it. All they had to do was send a few drones to the strait, and immediately insurance companies stopped covering any ships that tried to pass it. No insurance, no transit. Just like that. The world's most critical energy choke point literally brought to near zero traffic, just like that. And baby, we're already seeing the effects. The oil has shot up 25% in prices over the last few days. Shipping rates for oil tankers have hit an all-time record high, 95% up in just a weekend. And major shipping giants have canceled operations. Analysts are warning that if the strait stays closed, oil barrel prices will get to $120 per barrel. And baby, that tips the entire global economy into a recession. Now, Humpty Trumpty is saying he wants to use naval escorts to get the ships through. But analysts are already asking, and other people are asking, does America have enough naval tanks to do that? And keep fighting the war in Iran at the same damn time? The answer right now appears to be no. So it's looking like the only way that the USA and Is Not Real could win this war is with a ground invasion. And baby, a ground invasion is a goddamn fantasy. Have y'all seen Iran? Iran is not Iraq. It's not Syria. It is a land of mountains. And these mountain ranges cover the entire northern and western regions, with elevations of over 10,000 feet and very narrow passages. Natural-made choke points that would swallow armies whole. The United States has never successfully occupied a mountain country, a mountain land nation in its entire history, its entire modern military history. Has not happened. Not Vietnam, not Afghanistan, never. And guess what? Iran didn't just rely on its natural mountain ranges to be part of this military war plan. No, baby, they built inside those mountains. Because inside of those mountains are missile cities. Yes, missile bases carved up to 500 meters deep into those mountains. Dozens of entrances to those bases spread hundreds of meters apart. That means destroying one entrance does not destroy the base. We could unveil a new missile city every week for the next 2 years. So a ground force entering that terrain faces Iranian military that will disappear into these tunnels, right? Submerge themselves, disappear, and then re-emerge somewhere else. Iran has interior supply lines, reverse units, logistical depth that no other army, no foreign army can match on foreign soil in that type of terrain. The U.S. has conducted nearly 2,000 strikes on Iran in the name of Is Not Real just since this war started. And as of this week, the IAEA has confirmed that none of Iran's nuclear installations have been destroyed, or even hit for that matter. So before you let the news convince you that this is going well, please understand the math is not mathing. The real math does not lie. This is a war that was lost before it was started.
When it comes to the United States regime and their partnership with that imaginary country and this war with Iran, I want people to recognize that other places around the world and people around the world don't quantify wins and losses the same way that we do. During the NBC News interview with the foreign minister of Iran, the journalist attempted to try to probe him by saying, well, the United States killed your leader and they killed your head of military. And that foreign minister said straight to that man's face, yeah, we expected that and we replaced them. You all have been so programmed to believe that the United States of America is the most powerful nation in the world, that as a result, you failed to educate yourself on the ways in which other nations and other people have equipped themselves. And not only have they had to equip themselves with regards to equipment, but the places in which Isn't Real and the United States have attempted to consistently destabilize have had to consistently live under the threat of death and destruction for decades. I frankly don't care what it is that our military does or has, because half them folks is going to be sent back here in a bag or a box if all the pieces of them can be found somewhere in the mountains. But as an American, you do not win. Your gas is going up. Your food prices are going up. The billions of dollars that they spent on the weapons and technology that you all marvel about are the same billions of dollars snatched out of the hands of Americans while the average person can't afford their day-to-day living. And while you marvel on the technology that the United States is using, which is probably Israeli backed, that same technology, like for example, Palantir, is being used to surveil you. The amount of pride and nationalism that you all have in a nation that is pushing you closer to starvation than salvation is wild.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers. Message to Iran. Yes, my brothers. This is Black America. Yes, we have nothing to do with what Donald Trump is doing. I just want to say to you, my brothers, remember that joke we was talking about with dude put the comb up and, you know what I'm saying, he had the mustache and we all start laughing and stuff? You know what I'm saying? You remember that? Y'all remember that? Bro, we cool, bro. Remember we friends with brothers, bro. The white folks, they live in Idaho. Y'all, hey, just check the comments. Where are the racist white folks? You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about the non-racist white folks. You know what I'm saying? The cool white folks, we call them beige, peach, and tan. They like they cool. They saving dolphins and shit. But listen, you know, it's Ramadan. It's Ramadan. You can't even do nothing right now until the sun go down. It's Ramadan. So my brothers and my sisters, just stay away from black areas. You can't. Come on. Don't you want to be down? You know what I'm saying? We got sports. We got all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, we ain't do shit. We just here. We're just now figuring out we indigenous Black Americans. We've been told we from Africa all our damn life. So my brothers, shalom, please make sure you shoot at the people who look like the inside of my hand and not the back of my hand. And if you see some people that look like the back of my hand, chilling with maybe like one person that look like the inside of my hand, but the person from the inside of my hand act like people and look like YNs, but the back side of my hand, then you know that them white folks, they cool. But the rest of them folks, you can go all down south, they can point you in the right direction. Idaho, I don't think how many black people in Idaho. I'm just saying. So, yeah, peace. All those
Bro, this whole war thing is crazy. Like, I am low-key kind of confused. Seems like the Iranians on here want Iran to lose, but the Americans want America to lose. Like, what's going on? I'm in Canada, so I am just an observer. But so far, the Iranians I've seen, the things they've been saying, these people have been going through a lot. Like, it's scary to listen to what has happened to their parents and grandparents, people being beheaded for being Christians, people getting murked in the street for protesting. And then this shit has been going on with these people for so long, and nobody has been made aware, because every time they try to speak out about it, the government literally just shuts off the internet and all the media, so they can't contact outside. What? The more research I do and the more I look into it, I can see why some Iranians want Iran to lose. But the American side of it is confusing, because the Iranians are making it about their freedom, about ending their oppression, about a regime change. But the Americans on here are making it about oil and money and finances. Like, do they not listen to the stories of these people that fled from these countries or are currently living there in fear for their life? Like, I have not even been researching for long. I just start researching this shit and watching videos and listening to all sides and whatever. Them people need help. Like, they need help. But every time I watch an American's video, they don't talk about the regime. They don't talk about what's going on in Iran. They talk about how Trump wants oil, or how he wants some type of profit, or to cover up Epstein files. I don't know. This thing is crazy. I don't know. So far, I'm believing the Iranians. Like, it's genuinely sad to listen to what these people have been going through, compared to the Americans who are in their comfy home, not experiencing any type of oppression or strife, who just don't like their president. I'm going with what the Iranians are saying. And this is not even the first time I'm witnessing stuff like this on my For You page. It's like a couple weeks ago, Americans were rooting for the cartels. And meanwhile, they're actual victims of the cartels, sharing their stories on TikTok. And the stories are devastating. And then you have thousands of people in the comments telling their stories of what the cartel did to them, beheaded their uncles, their aunties. Like, what? And then you got Americans who've never experienced any type of hardship in the comments joking, rooting for the cartel. Like, are Americans like in a self-deletion cult? Like, I don't get it. What's going on?
And thanks for sticking with us. I'm Tom Boatwright. Also have
The U.S. and Israel launch an attack on Iran. Let me tell y'all something. Iran is already here in the United States. They have sleeper cells already here. President Trump doesn't understand the legality of his actions, of what he's doing right now. Those motherfuckers, we are about to see something that we don't want to see when it comes to Iran. Those motherfuckers are relentless. They put bombs to their bodies and just blow shit up. We about to fuck around and find out.
You know what, America? Some of you are acting really blind right now, aren't you? Day one, we bombed a girls' school in Iran, killing over 50 children. Your bloodthirsty attitudes are hiding behind what you like to call patriotism, excusing the casualties as a consequence of the Iranian government. And while you celebrate, Iran is filled with rage. And I'm sure who are planning to retaliate. America, history has a tendency of repeating itself. America, like always, in every war campaign, will play the victim after the provocation, and we will probably wipe out Iran and destabilize the country, all in the name of Israel. Have we not at all learned our lesson, America? Go wash your hands. They're bloody.
I'm not going to come out here to tell you that you shouldn't tune into the news to see what is happening, because you need to be enlightened. You need to know what is going on in your area. You need to know what is going on where you are right now. I would have advised you just probably do not watch. I had high hopes this morning, not until I finished listening to the news on CNN. I felt so like my emotions were shattered. It's the fact that people are so terrified. Like, if you tune into the TV right now, guys, like the missiles, the drones, the aircraft, the warplanes crashing, it is quite terrifying. And it's the fact that people do not even know what is left for them. The depot, all the area bases where Americans are around neighboring countries just close to Iran has been massacred. They've bombed all the American, I don't know what I'm going to call it, is it where they stay, like in Kuwait, in Dubai, all those places are already shattered. What is going on? And it's the fact that I saw someone being interviewed, I think on the CBS News. The person was like, some people said that they love what Donald Trump is doing, because if they don't try to tackle this whole thing with the way this Iran, they are like, spending all their money producing missiles, they would come for America the next, like probably in the future. Why some felt like this is him trying to distract people from Epstein files. Ever since this files has been out, it has been from one problem to another. Like talking about releasing alien files, like trying to distract Americans from this whole thing. The thing there is that if this is all about distraction, it is not going to end, and it's not going to end well. With the way the whole thing looked, it doesn't look like it's going to end well. Orange Man spoke and he talked about how this whole thing is going to take over 4 to 5 weeks. Israel is not backing off. Iran is not backing off. Iran has promised that they will retaliate the death of their leader, no matter what it costs them. And if you guys know too well, Iran does not threaten. These guys are mean. When I was growing up, I have never heard of war. The first time I ever heard two countries fight, it was Iran and Iraq. I can't forget that name, because they were so close to each other. Iran and Iraq. And it took them years. This is the same country that Donald Trump decided to fight. I know America has what it takes. I don't know, but I think Americans are quite equipped. But this does not look good, because those people that are being unalived are human beings like you and me. And people are so terrified. No one sleeps right now. It is like helter-skelter all over the internet, especially on TikTok. I don't know how YouTube would allow me to share videos, so that probably if you know you can't access the internet, or maybe you're just too busy, not like you can't access the internet, because if you cannot access the internet, you can't watch my videos. But I mean, if you're too busy, I just want me to put compilation videos of what is going on, because I've been getting requests on the comment sections, want to see more videos like this, want to know what Americans are saying. It is giving mixed feelings at this point. Some people want the war to stop, while some people felt like Iran needs to be dealt with. But on detriment of which people? Americans are going to be the ones to suffer these things on the long run, not Donald Trump, because these guys are already covered. They have what it takes to keep themselves safe. But does a citizen of America, like a typical American person, do you think the person can be able to secure him or herself? That was when Donald Trump adopted Venezuelan president. A lot of Venezuelans were so happy. They felt like he has taken their dictator. We guys forgot the implications of these things on America at the long run. You don't sound so selfish because you think this does not affect you. It affects literally everybody on the long run. Even though you felt like he fought for your country, do you think that is how an American feels? I know that there are already some funny videos on social media where I saw some people, they were like, please attack Texas first, go to this place first. That it is like mostly Texas citizens, people that live there, that actually voted for this administration more, I get it. I get the jokes and I get that. But truth be told, this is not funny. It is not funny. People are screaming, Jesus, Jesus from like literally everywhere. You guys should please let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget people that are, involved in this whole thing. Especially, I have a sister, a Black American lady, Just Nene. The brother is stuck in Kuwait. Yeah, she is crying all the time. She has been following up on this whole war thing in Iran, and she felt like her brother needs to come home. Not just her. A lot of people are crying. Let's remember them in our prayers, and then we hope that these guys come home safely. They really need to come home safe. Or people there that can't even access their country right now should just be safe. I just hope there's a way we can negotiate this whole thing and put this war in order before this leads to entire world war. Because with the way the whole thing is going, it doesn't look like it's going to end anytime soon. And considering what Orange Man has said, it doesn't look like it's going to end anytime soon. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section based on the videos I shared here. Remember, we do not support any form of bullying or harassment. This content is for educational purposes and, of course, creating awareness on the recent trends happening on social medias. Kindly like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to see you all very, very soon. Bye, guys.